msikizeni. Ui, guy. Nani ataelewa ya kwamba I'm feeling pain.
Kenya's gospel fraternity has been thrown into mourning following the death of renowned gospel artist Bayo, who passed away while receiving treatment at Kenyatta National Hospital.
Privately, the spouse, father of the children, family, and friends with Bayo. We want to tell the members of the public that today, at 1:03 p.m., we have lost this Bayo. It is no longer a rumor, it is the truth. Betty was unwell since last week, and she was diagnosed with acute mild cancer, that is leukemia. She was suffering from excess bleeding. The doctors tried to do their best. First, she was taken to Kanyari in Kanyari. She was later transferred here on Friday. The doctors have tried their best. The will of God has prevailed.
The celebrated musician, whose powerful voice and deeply spiritual lyrics inspired millions across the region, succumbed to cancer after a prolonged battle with the disease.
We are planning to move her body from Kenyatta National Hospital to Kanyari referral and all the other communications in brief will come out. The life of our dear friend rest in peace and fear thee well it is mine. We loved you, but God loved you more. You have been a hero. You have inspired many. You sang to us in the hour. We also left believing that it is 11th hour that God will reinstate your health.
Sources close to the family confirmed that Bayo had been admitted to the National Referral Hospital for specialized care after her condition worsened. Despite efforts by medical specialists to stabilize her, she unfortunately lost the fight while undergoing treatment. Her death marks a painful loss not only to her family and fans, but also to the entire East African gospel music community, where she had earned immense respect for her resilience and unwavering faith. Bayo's musical journey was one of triumph, faith, and endurance. Rising from humble beginnings, she became a household name through chart-topping hits that emphasized hope, forgiveness, and divine grace. Her songs, often rooted in personal experiences, resonated deeply with the young and old, transcending religious and cultural divides. Fellow gospel artists and political leaders have expressed deep sorrow over her untimely death, describing her as a beacon of hope and a true ambassador of faith. In a condolence message, one prominent leader remarked that Bayo's legacy goes beyond music. She represented the struggles, strength, and spiritual resilience of Kenyan women. The Kenya Music and Arts Council also issued a statement mourning her demise, pledging to honor her memory by supporting initiatives that promote cancer awareness and treatment among artists. Bayo's death also reignites national conversations around the high cost of cancer treatment in Kenya, a burden that continues to weigh heavily on thousands of families. Many Kenyans have taken to social media to express their grief and to call for stronger government action on healthcare accessibility, especially for artists and low-income citizens. Plans for her funeral and memorial service are expected to be announced by her family in the coming days. Born and raised in central Kenya, Bayo's story begins in humble family where faith and hard work shaped her from an early age. Though she has always been private about her exact age and schooling, one thing is clear: her voice and passion for gospel music were gifts that could not be hidden. She started singing in church choirs, her warm Kikuyu melodies connecting with many who saw in her a reflection of their own struggles and faith. Betty's early life wasn't easy. She has often shared that she faced moments of rejection, heartbreak, and doubt, but through it all, she held on to one thing: her faith in God. While little is publicly known about her formal education, Betty's intelligence and confidence in how she carries herself tells a story of continuous learning. She has used her life lessons as her greatest classroom, learning from mistakes, listening to others, and sharing her experiences to empower, especially young women who look up to her. Betty Bayo burst onto Kenya's gospel music scene with powerful songs that blended worship and real-life struggles. Her breakout hit, The 11th Hour, became an anthem of hope, reminding listeners that God's timing is perfect even when life feels delayed. Over the years, she has continued to release soul-lifting music in Kikuyu and Swahili, inspiring many to trust in God through tough times. Beyond the stage, Betty has shown a big heart. She once bought land for struggling single mother, a gesture that came from her own experience as a single mom who knows what it means to start over. She also built a beautiful home for her mother in Kiambu, proof that she never forgot where she came from. Her music, her giving, and her humility have made her not just a singer, but a symbol of faith in action. But like every human story, Betty's path has not been without heartbreak. Years ago, she was linked to controversial Pastor Victor Kanyari, with whom she has 2 children. Their relationship was marred by controversy, and Betty later revealed that despite what many believed, they were never formally married. When the relationship ended, she faced public scrutiny and emotional pain, but she never allowed the headlines to define her. In time, Betty found love again. In 2021, she introduced her new partner Tash during a beautiful traditional wedding ceremony. The couple's union marked a new beginning for her, one grounded in peace, maturity, and God's grace. Through it all, she has used her experiences to teach others about self-respect and self-love. She once confessed that she even bleached her skin for a man, hoping to be loved more, but later regretted it deeply. She calls it one of her biggest lessons: never change yourself for anyone. The right person will love you as you are. Betty Bayo has died today, leaving behind a legacy as a mentor, a mother, and a living testimony of resilience. Her journey reminds us that failure and heartbreak are not the end, but the beginning of something greater. She uses her platform to uplift women, encourage faith, and remind Kenyans that God's grace can turn any pain into purpose. From a young choir girl in central Kenya to an icon of gospel music, Betty's story continues to inspire millions. May Betty Bayo rest in peace, and may God comfort her family and children.
Mimi ukinikosea na kusamehe, halafu nakupea bonus ya kukusahau.
Mimi ni single by the way. Nilikuwa nimeoa msichana ambaye tuliachana. Sikai kumtaja jina lake sana kwa sababu tuliachana, but she's a good girl. Mimi ndio nalea watoto, mimi ndio nasomesha watoto, na pia mama yao sio mbaya, maana every now and then anaweza nipigia simu aniambie shida ni gani. Kama kuna shida ya mtoto ananipigia simu na sort. Lakini kwa sasa sijapata. Yeye alipata mtu wa kumuoa, lakini mimi bado sijapata mtu wa kuoa. Wasichana wengi wananikata.